What's up everyone, Darcblade here with an information video regarding this week's limited bounties and event quests on Monster Hunter World. This is for the week starting the 8th of June 2018. Now this week is a special week as it introduces the Arch Tempered difficulty level. We are given an event quest to take on an Arch Tempered Kirin. Now there has been a lot of hype building up to this, and I was eager to see how this would raise the difficulty bar for the game. But first, let's talk about the limited bounties. Now we have 4 this week. The first is an ecology survey to hunt Great Jagras. We have to hunt 3 of these creatures. They can be at high or low rank, so it shouldn't be difficult for anyone. Anyway, for completing this you'll get research points and some armor spheres. Next is another ecology survey to hunt Baroth. We have to hunt 4 of them. Now this again can be done at low or high rank. And for taking down 4 of them you'll get research points, some armor sphere pluses and a first Wyverian print. Next is an ecology survey to slay Kirin. We have to slay 4 of them. Now these have to be done at high rank, so you don't have to force yourself to do the Arch Tempered Kirin if you don't want to. Anyway, for taking down 4 of these monsters, you'll get research points, some hard armor spheres and a silver Wyverian print. And then finally is the general limited bounty to complete all of this week's other limited bounties. And for doing so, you'll get research points, a gold Wyverian print that can be exchanged for certain monster gems, and a silver egg that can be exchanged for Zenny. So that's about it for the limited bounties, nothing too special. I'm surprised that they're all monster hunts this time, but that's not always a bad thing in my opinion. But anyway, next let's move on to the event quests. Now we have a lot of them this week, whether it's because it's E3 week and they want to give us lots to occupy ourselves, I don't know. But anyway, first is the Wicked Wildspire Warfare. This is a 5-star low rank quest that takes place in the special arena. This has you taking on 2 Baroth and a Diablos. This can help count towards your limited bounty involving taking down the Baroth. Anyway, the unique thing about this event quest is that you come out of this with quite a few armor spheres, although they are the low quality variety. Next is Kirin the Myth. This is a 5-star low rank quest that takes place in the Coral Highlands. This has players taking on 2 Kirin. You also need to be hunter rank 8 or higher to take part in this quest. Now there isn't really anything too special about this quest. There were theories about large and gold crowns to do with this, but that quickly got debunked. So the only real reason to take on this quest is if newer players want to farm some Kirin armor. Next is Rolling with the Uragan, which is a 7-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 13 or higher. This has players taking on 2 Uragan in the Elder's Recess. The special thing about this quest is it actually rewards you with armor spheres, just like the Wicked Wildspire Warfare. However, these armor spheres are generally of the higher quality. Next is the Coral Waltz, which is a 7-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 13 or higher. This has players taking on all the monsters associated with the Coral Highlands. So that's Zitsuyaku, Paolumu, Pink Rathian and Legiana. These quests that involve all the monsters who are native to a certain area generally come with a higher chance of getting gold crowns, so if you're going for that trophy or achievement, maybe take the opportunity to do the Coral Waltz a few times. Next is the Effluvial Opera, which is very similar to the Coral Waltz, it's just for the Rotten Vale. So this is a 7-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 13 or higher. This has players taking on a Great Gyros, Radaban, a Dogoron and Basiljuice in the Rotten Vale. Now, just like the Coral Waltz, this has an increased chance of getting a small or large gold crown, so like I said, farm it if you're going for those trophies and achievements. Next is Keeper of the Otherworld, which is a 9-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 16 or higher. This has players taking on Xeno'jiiva. The good thing about this event quest is it means that you don't actually have to wait for the optional quest for Xeno'jiiva to appear. You can take it on at your leisure, which is good considering that the Lunostra Cross Xeno'jiiva gear requires quite a few Xeno'jiiva parts. This means that you can farm the Keeper of the Otherworld to craft the weapons you desire. And lastly, the main event of this week is a Whisper of Whitemane. This is a 9-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 50 or higher. This has players taking on an Arch Tempered Kirin in the Coral Highlands. You can tell it's Arch Tempered by the orange outline around the Kirin icon. Now Arch Tempered means that the monster is going to hit a hell of a lot harder than the normal Tempered Kirin, which already hit quite hard if you were caught by one of its lightning bolts. Players who already have a difficult time fighting Kirin will find this tough. But if you take the time to make a decent build and utilise elements that Kirin is weak against, even the Arch Tempered Kirin will fall. When it comes to Kirin in general, I personally had a more successful time against the monster when using ranged weapons compared to melee weapons. So that is something to consider if you're struggling. Anyway, for completing this mission, there's a chance of getting sullied and shining streamstones, as well as the Kirin ticket. Now the Kirin ticket gives you an opportunity to go to the workshop, talk to the blacksmith, and it will give you the chance to craft the Kirin Gamma armor. this is pretty much the best version of the Kirin army you can get. However, as a full set, it's only really viable if you're making use of thunder weapons. Nonetheless, there are quite a few pieces here if you're going for mixed sets that can be quite useful. Lastly as well, if you're interested, up in the Gathering Hub, if you talk to the Arena Lass, there's a chance to take on Empress in full bloom, and the Awakened Satsui no Hado, which allows you to craft the Sakura and high rank Ryu armor from Street Fighter V. So there we are, that's about it for this week. Overall, I'm glad we've got lots of activities to do. As for the Arch Tempered Kirin, I have mixed thoughts at the moment. Part of me is disappointed. I did expect him to be a little bit tougher. Personally, I had a more difficult time against Tempered Devil Joe, which makes me wonder what an Arch Tempered Devil Joe would be like. But the reason I may have had a easier time against the Arch Tempered Kirin was because I was using an anti-Kirin build, utilising a combination of defense and offense as well as a fire ranged weapon. If you're interested, I'll be posting a Just Gameplay episode of how my first experience with the Arch Tempered Kirin went down. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this week's activity, and especially what are your thoughts on the Arch Tempered Kirin? Leave a comment down below because I'd love to hear what you think. And until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you an information video regarding this week's limited bounties and event quests in Monster Hunter World. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.